Chapter 7. Our country, India. India is a country of vast geographical expanse in the north. It is bound by the lofty Himalayas, the Arabian Seas in the west, the Bay of Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean in the south. Was the source of the Indian Peninsula. India has an area of about 3.28 million square km. The north-south extent from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is about 3,200 km, and the east-west extent from Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch is about 2,900 km. The lofty mountains, the Great Indian Desert, the northern plains, and the uneven plateau surface and the coast and Iceland present a diversity of landforms. There is a great variety in the climate, vegetation, wildlife, as well as in the language and culture. In this diversity, we find unity that is reflected in the traditional more than 120 crores since the year 2011. It is the second most populous country of the world after China. Location settings. India is located in the northern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer passes almost halfway through the country. From south to north, the mainland of India extend between from west to east. India extend between 68.7 longitudes. If we divided the world into eastern and western hemisphere, which hemisphere world India belong to due to regard longitudinal extent of about 29? There could be wild difference in a local time of a palace located at two extreme points of India. As such, the difference between these two points would be of about 2 hours. As you learned earlier, the local time change by 4 minutes for every 1 degree of longitude. The sun rises about 2 hours earlier in the east, Arunachal Pradesh, than in the west. You have already read earlier to the local time of longitude of E has been taken as the Indian Standard Time. This meridian of longitude is also termed as the Standard Meridian of India. Location setting. India is located in the northern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer, 23 sessions, passes almost halfway through the country. From south to north, mainland of India extend between from west to east. India extend between 68.7 E 97.25 E longitude. So if we divide the world into eastern and western hemisphere, which hemisphere would India belong to due to great longitude extent of about 29? There could be a wide difference in local time of palace located at two extreme points of India. As such, the difference between these 2 points would be about 2 hours. So, as you have learnt earlier, the local time changes by 4 minutes for every 1 degree of longitude. The sun rises about 2 hours earlier in the east, Arunachal Pradesh, than in the west, Gujarat. You have already read earlier why the local time of longitude of 82 Celsius it has been taken as the Indian Standard Time. This meridian or longitude is also termed as the Standard Meridian of India. India is neighbors. There are 7 countries that share land boundaries which India find out names. These countries from the figure 7.1. How many of these countries do not have access to any ocean or seas? Across the sea to the south, or Iceland, neighbors Sri Lanka and Maldives. Sri Lanka is separated from India by the geographical, street, political, and administrative divisions. India is a vast country. For administrative purpose, the country is divided into 29 states and 7 union territories. Telangana became the 29th state of India on 2 June 2014. It was previously a part of Andhra Pradesh, that is the national capital. The state have been formed mainly on the basis of language. Rajasthan is the largest state and Goa is the smallest state in terms of area. The state are future divided into districts. Physical divisions. India is marked by a diversity of physical features such as mountains, plateau, plains, coast, and island, standing as satellites in the north are the lofty snow-capped Himalayas. Him plus Alya means the abode of snow. The Himalaya mountains are divided into 3 main parallel ranges. The northernmost is Great Himalaya or Himadri. The world's highest peaks are located in the range. Middle Himalaya or Himachal lies to the south of Himadri. Many popular hill stations are situated here. Find out the names of 5 hill stations. The Shivalik is the southernmost range. The northern India plains lie to the south of the Himalayas. They are generally level and flat. These are formed by the alluvial deposits laid down by the rivers, the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra, and their tributaries. These rivers plain provide fertile land for cultivation. That is the reason of high concentrations of populations in the plains. In these plains, in the western part of India lies the Great Indian Desert. It is a dry, hot, and sandy stretch of land. It has a very little vegetation. To the south of northern plains lies to the peninsular plateaus. It is a triangle in shape. The relief is highly uneven. This is a region with a numbers high range and valleys. Aravalli Hills, one of the oldest range of the world, border it on the north-west side. The Vindhyas and the Satpura are the important range. The rivers Narmada and Tapi flow through this range. These are west-flowing rivers that drain into the Arabian Sea. The Western Ghats or Sahyadris border plateau in the west, and the Eastern Ghats provide the eastern boundary. While the Western Ghats are almost countries, the Eastern Ghats are broken and uneven. The plateau is rich in minerals like coal and iron ore. To the west of the Western Ghats and the east of the Eastern Ghats lie to the coastal plain. The western. Do you know? Coals are skeletons of tiny marine animals called polyps. When the living polyps die, their skeletons are left. Other puppies grow on the top of the heart skeleton, which grows higher and higher, thus forming the coastal plains are very narrow. The eastern coastal plains are much broader. There are a number of east-flowing rivers. The rivers Mahamandi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri drain into the Bay of Bengal. These rivers have formed fertile deltas at their mouths. The Sundarban Delta is formed where the Ganga and Brahmaputra flow into the Bay of Bengal. Two groups of islands also form part of India. Lakshadweep Islands are located in the Arabian Sea. There are a coral island located off the coast of Kerala, the Andaman and the Nicobar Islands lie to the southeast of the Indian mainland in the Bay of Bengal. Do you know which group of islands were affected by the tsunami in 2004? Find out through newspaper reports and by speaking to people how in different ways people faced this challenge. When tsunami struck the Indian coast, tsunami is a high sea wave generated due to the earthquake on the sea floor.